Hello, everyone. As promised last week, I said I'd come up and present you with some information regarding a survey I'm going to be sending out to you with this email update this week. I'm recording this on a Tuesday, but I think I've pretty well got a good handle on what is involved in making any changes to Men's League next year. So what we're discussing today, in fact, are three options I'm going to put in front of you. Okay. Option one is the most radical option of the three because it requires for me, the most changes, and there will be some minor changes from scoring and perhaps some minor impacts from your end. And option one is the option that anybody who is 65 years of age or older as of January 1st, 2025 would play from the green tees with an opt-out provision. Obviously, if you're a long hitter and you want to play from the whites, you can opt out. You can play in the mid-amateur area, and that would cover you. You could play, you would be a mid-amateur, not a masters. But for those of us who aren't hitting the ball as far, want to be able to reach the greens, and by the way, it's a lot of fun playing the greens, there's no question. Option one is playing from the green tees. Now, what does that mean? Well, in terms of points, nothing. Because the green tees have their own course rating and handicap rating. So whatever score you get there would be adjusted to fit with people playing from the white. So that's fine. So all the teams, the points, the total points, they're fine. And the fact is, we already have three groups: the Masters, the Mid-Amateur, and the intermediate group. So you're not even competing in the same division. So the Masters would be, the greens would be competing with greens and the others together. So from that perspective, there's no issue. From the points perspective, the teams, no issue because the points are adjusted according to the tees. Almost all the reports, there are no issues. There are perhaps the ringer report, because I can't do a ringer report from, I have to do a ringer report from the green tees. So the Masters group would have their own ringer report. It's fine, big deal. The big change would be prepaid skins. Anybody who chooses that option one, we would have to have a special prepaid skins for the group in the 65 or over category. They'd be taken out of the other prepaid skins. They'd have their own category, their own their own flights, probably only 2 flights, because we need about 40 players to sign up for this if you're okay with it. 40 to 50. And in terms of skins, you'd want about at least 20 in each group. So it would be nice 15 or 20 in each group, just to have a little bit of a pot. That's basically it in terms of changes or adjustments that would have to be made. So option one, if you're 65 years of age or over, on the form, you're going to be asked, I'm splitting it up into 2 groups. I'm asking you the same questions, but option one is going to be the first group. I'm going to ask you question number 1. Are you 65 years of age or over as of January 2025? If you answered yes, you're going to answer the second question, which is, what option do I want? 1, 2, or 3. So what's option 2? That's just kind of sprung up. Well, okay, option 2 is kind of a hybrid model. Okay. So when you look at it, you look at our course, there isn't a whole lot of difference between green tees and white tees, except for holes number 4, number 5, number 7, and 9. And when you look at it again, the big issue for the shorter hitters is they have trouble reaching the green in regulation. So when you look at those 4 holes, you ask yourselves, which are the ones that they're having trouble reaching in regulation? And it's clear it's number 4 and number 9, right? They can reach number 7 in regulation, even though the tee block is up. In fact, if we move the tee blocks to the greens, it actually is a disadvantage for the intermediate golfer because a lot of those guys take their driver, go over the trees and try to put on the green. They can't do that from the green tees. So it's actually bad for them. They want to play from the whites on that one. So let's say we take 7 off the table. They play from the whites there. And number 5 is reachable. It's a par 5. You can get on in 3. So really don't need to move the green tees up for 5. But number 4 and 9, that's the issue. So what option 2 says, for all players, whether you're 65 years of age or older or whatever, on holes 4 and 9, we play from where the current green tees are. The rest of the holes we play from the white tees. It's kind of a compromise, and it gives everybody, young and old, a chance to reach the greens. And this is the issue of having a men's league when you have players from 18 to 80 something. You have to try and kind of accommodate as many people as you can. And this option actually does that. The issues, well, in terms of scoring, prepaid skins, no issues there. There's a minor issue in that the course rating and slope rating should be lower, but I'd be using the white one. So it's the same for everybody. So I don't see a big problem there. So option 2 is a compromise, a hybrid model. It's for all players. We play all the white tees except for holes 4 and 9. Those 2 holes then would be in play for everybody. They could reach the greens in regulation. So that's option 2. No other ramifications, no other changes I have to make because the course would be the same for everybody. Okay, what's option 3? Option 3 is no changes, none. So whether you don't want to, I like the white tees, and guys who can't hit the green too, tough luck. I mean, they can't, that's what the handicaps are for, and that's what we should be playing, and that's fine. You know, I respect that decision. And I respect any decision that we come up with. There is a 4th question, and the 4th question is, give me your comments. I'm sure I'm going to get some comments and ideas, things I didn't even think of. So we're beginning the discussion now. After hearing some feedback from you, I might even get more feedback and maybe more good ideas that we can make some adjustments to what I'm presenting to you today. But I think I'm giving you 3 good options to look at. You know, and quite frankly, I think I respect whatever decision you go in. I can play from the whites or the greens or from option 2, the hybrids. I'm good either way. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to see people have an enjoyable experience. I hate going out there and watching golfers not enjoy it because they cannot compete at the same level they were before. And that's something you need to have a little sensitivity to. They want to compete for prizes. The prize issue is not the issue anymore because we've separated greens, whites, and the mid amateurs and intermediates. They all have their own prizes. We've shortened the field. We've made it possible for everybody to compete on an even playing field. This is the last thing. What can we do to make it more fun, especially for the older golfers who are declining in their strength and can't hit that ball 300 yards anymore? So I present that to you. You've seen the video. Now you can fill out the form. If you have any questions, just email me and I'll be glad to answer them for you. Thank you very much.